Hey folks, so this past weekend I bought some toys. I bought a lot of toys. I bought an entire childhood collection, and anybody who knows, those are getting harder and harder to find. I'll give you a quick story and then we'll get right into it. I might have to actually divide this video up into a couple because there is a lot of stuff to go through. We have He-Man, Star Wars, Transformers, Thundercats, Batman, some Marvel stuff, not much Marvel stuff, but some in there. A bunch of miscellaneous toy lines from the 1980s, and some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And each of these boxes sort of has, they were nice enough to sort of divide it up into each of the groups beforehand. But this was a store walk-in, essentially. A young lady had come in about a month ago, mentioned that she had a friend who was moving, if I get the story correct, and had decided to leave all this stuff behind in the house that he sold. And she had the wherewithal to realize that this stuff is probably too good to just leave behind or throw out. So he said, "You have at it." And then after, a month or so of back and forth, I eventually went over and purchased everything that you see here. Yeah, so let's get into it. She did tell me a few things beforehand that, were a little bit upsetting, like the fact that she had a Knight Rider car that was missing the doors, and didn't realize it was the Knight Rider car and got rid of it, and later on found the doors, and somewhere in here is the Hoff figure. So that was a little rough. And then she did say her husband, and fair enough, it's their stuff, her husband got a bit nostalgic and took out a Millennium Falcon and an AT-AT. So yeah, and she said, if ever we decide to get rid of them, I'm going to call you first. So you never know, they might show up again. But let's get into it here. We'll start with the MotU stuff. There was this lovely, is a Ninja Turtles base, but near complete, if not completely complete, Castle Grayskull. The interior pieces, the throne, the rack, there's the gun somewhere. I've got the thing. Now the other thing is some of the stuff is mixed up. I haven't gone through all this and organized it completely yet, so you're going to be seeing things pop up from other toy lines as we go. But from what I can tell, and from some of the other stuff that I have, I would say this is about 80% complete, and it is in good shape. That is the nice thing about all these. They are in really nice shape. Not a lot of damage, not a lot of filth. They are just really, really were kept well, probably displayed, and that's it. Snake Mountain, same kind of thing. Let's see if I can get these latches off here. So same kind of thing. Front is great. Mouth moves pretty freely. I haven't tested it to see. I got to take that off to check the batteries aren't too corroded. And the stickers are on there, great. A lot of it is here, if not all of it, because I have other pieces. What do we got right there? What's this guy? Who's that guy? Who knows? But again, super happy to get that, especially again in such a nice shape. In the end, I will probably spend some time cleaning each of these before I put them out and testing them and everything and making sure, see how complete they are. But I'd say on both, and knowing what I've just glanced at through these boxes, I'd say they're probably about 80% complete. Maybe missing one or two pieces each, but super cool things to have. Let's go see if we can find the MotU. Ooh, there you go. There it is. Okay, this is the figures. It's a lot of figures, but the best part about it is this bag. This bag is worth its weight in gold. It is all of the accessories. There, as you can see there's the Terror Claws, Skeletor, head finger. How's that for technical. And there's just all kinds of stuff. And oh, there's, you know, we'll start with this. I believe that's Rotor or Rotar. And I know there's his weapon right there. So that's kind of nice to have. Oh, that goes with the, and that's one of the stands for Castle Grayskull there. So we'll just go through quick. There were some knockoffs in there, you know, various ones like Galaxy Warriors and whatnot. I actually like them. I think they're like special in their own way. Look at that. That tiger head sculpt is clearly not, you know, in scale with the rest of the body, but somehow it's just awesome. Cringer or Battle Cat. There's a Panther in there, and again, I think the cowls are in there for both of them. Whiplash. I might get the names wrong on some of these. Don't roast me on the comments. Yeah. That's Terraclaw's Skeletor. And I've got the claws inside this bag here. I'll dump the bag out so you can just see as we go through. I think another knockoff. Pretty sure it's another knockoff. King Hiss, but he's missing an arm. I can never remember this guy's name. I didn't see the little medallions, but there are two of them in there. Another knockoff? Pretty sure that's another knockoff. Hordak and his bird perch and weapon are in there. I know that for sure. Oops. Forget this guy's name. Grizzlor. It's the regular face variant one, not the dark face variant one. I've had that before. I picked that up on at the Value Village actually once. Crazy. Can't remember that guy's name, but his tongue thing works in there. This is Mosquitor. I love this. I don't know if you can see that on the film, but you can see the fake blood in the chest working there. It's great. His weapon is in there too. I already saw that. Can't remember the name of this guy. There were the two of them that sort of look like rocks. His arm, I know where that is. That's somewhere. Battle Damage He-Man. Another Hordak. He has his cape though. Look for that cape. Fisto, which is one of the funniest named characters ever for kids. Manny Faces. This guy whose name I can't remember. There is a, what I could tell, complete Skeletor. These little things on the chest plate are a little bit loosen off there. There's Battle Damage Skeletor. Not really working too freely though, so I have to work on that. Mechaneck, missing an arm. Oh, what was that guy's name? I can't remember his name, but I have his swords. Vehicle. This guy was from the movie at the end, and I can't. Gwildor, was that it? But he's got his key of destiny or whatever it was. So that's kind of cool to have. Mossman. Both of the birds whose names I can't remember, the perches are in there. So that's kind of cool to have. This guy who'd probably be great at dunking. Thunder Punch. He-Man. He's a little rough, surprisingly. Most of these are in really nice shape. Like not a lot of paint wear. He's had some play. And then is that Tila? Yeah, I think so. So that is the figures. Again, great lot. Some of the much harder figures to find from later on, but this is, as I said, the gold. You can just go through here, and it is all in here. There's one of the cows. There's the thing. There's another cow. And the nice thing about those is they have those tips. Those are almost always missing. Whenever I've come across any of them, with the exception of 1 or 2 times, they're almost missing. What I don't see here is the little red clip for this guy, which is a shame, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, there are tons of weapons in here. There's stuff mixed in here that isn't He-Man as well. At some point that'll be, like there's a Ninja Turtles toy. Oh, that's one of the railings for Snake Mountain. Put that over there. Don't know what that is, I'll figure it out later. But yeah, as you can see, I've got my work cut out for me. But there's just tons of stuff. Actually, that's Thundercats. That is the mountain guy whose name I can't remember. Yeah, that's cool. I'll put that with the Thundercats stuff. But yeah, tons of fun ahead to go through. Those are both the skeleton Terror Claws ones. So that is basically your He-Man, and it's a great lot to get all at once. There's work involved, like a lot of work involved. But it is so nice to have all of those accessories, because that is always what's missing. Without those, really, you know, not a ton of value in the individual figures, with the exception of some of the rare ones. But with all those, they're, you know, it's a nice lot to pick up. Okay, let's move on. We'll do the Transformers next. Oh yeah, I got Voltron stuff too. I forgot about that. So this Transformers lot also has Star Wars in here. Now again, the Star Wars sounds like it got a little bit picked over, but still pretty happy with what I ended up. This is one of the Pretendors. The guy is inside there. The little figure is inside. A lot of the weapons are in a box. I'll show you later on. Whoops. There's another Pretender. And yet another Pretender. And there's one more. Look at that, 4 of them. That's kind of a good lot to have. And then we start getting down into the Transformers. Now, what I find really weird is I have it's pretty much all G1 stuff. This is the Astro Robot. I've got to try to see if I can come up. He's not, obviously not a Transformer, but he is, I think, I want to say Poppy, maybe, I don't know, but it's 1980s, made of metal mostly. Japanese sort of robot toy. Missing his chest piece, but that might be buried somewhere in amongst all this stuff. That's the Optimus Prime's, the actual trailer, but I don't remember seeing a Prime. That's from something else later. I'm just going to pull them out, and you guys can sort of see them as I go through. The rest of his parts are kicking around. Again, I haven't tried any of these. I haven't cleaned them. I haven't played with any. You're sort of getting to see them virtually as I am at the same time. Although, again, I did, when I was looking, obviously, I went through them and did a cursory scan of everything that was in there. But that was it. It wasn't like a full-blown go-over. It's all there, but I think he's missing his doors. Yeah, that looks like he's missing doors on the side. That's unfortunate. Still pretty cool. There's another. There is a. That isn't G.I. Joe. Looks like Joe, but it's not. I don't recognize him. They might actually. Oh, excuse me. How's that for on-camera work? Those might actually be Leonard, which was like a UK version. Of sort of G.I. Joe, I believe. Again, I'm not perfectly thinking. I think that's from the Triple Changer. One of the Triple Changers. And there's a Hot Rod. Yeah, metal feet. Yeah, metal feet. Hot Rod. And then, oh yeah. There's like, you get down to the bottom of this, and it is all weapons and mini guys that I am going to have to sort through, which I know it sounds like I'm not looking forward to it. Actually, it's the fun part of this gig. But it is a lot of work. This is one of the things that when you buy a childhood collection, I think that's one of the Pretenders might go inside. There, yeah. Oh, nice, and that's got its clip too. So that's for one of the Transformers. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's probably him. It is. People don't realize sometimes when you get this stuff how long it takes and how much work it is. The lady who had this contemplated trying to sell this individually herself, which, you know, it probably could have done and would have made over time more money, but it is a ton of work, and I think she recognized that and didn't really want to have to deal with it, which, you know, is, you know, people have regular lives. They don't have the time to do this. I do this for a living, so I do have extra time for this sort of thing, because, well, that's what my job is. But yeah, you can see there, just a ton of stuff at the bottom. Awesome stuff to have to go through. Is that a Headmaster? Maybe. As long as it's broken off. But either way, still pretty great. A little bit of paperwork. So yeah, that is gonna be a lot of work for me and tons of fun. In terms of Star Wars stuff, there were a few, like, just basically some loose figures, IG-88, die-cast snowspeeder. It's seen a little bit of life. This is a nicer one. It's a Leia, and it's in pretty good shape, original cape. Now, in one of these boxes over here, and I'll open up and show you, there is a, I believe one of Leia's guns, Admiral Akbar. One of the Imperial Guards. Oh man, I can't ever remember that guy's name. And a Stormtrooper. Just a bunch of stuff going through. There is one of Leia's Jabba things. An Ewok. Oh, and there's the one with the helmet. Put that right on there. So yeah, you can see Reese is in there. There's a Vader, but he's missing everything, so that isn't it. But these have been played with, but I do have, as I mentioned, inside here. This is going to be tricky with one hand. Yeah, not too tricky. Trust me when I say that inside here is a bunch of, you know what, I'm just going to do this there like that. How's this for a handy camera? God, I'm a genius. Seriously, Scorsese, look out, buddy. We open it up, and inside